Now that the holidays are here, let's take a look at the Sears 1983 catalog and remind ourselves of all the stuff that we wish we had gotten or the stuff that we actually were lucky enough to own. Thanks for joining me here at Budakiss Randomness. Please hit that like button if you like this video and feel free to subscribe. Unlike my other videos, I'm not going to be reading the descriptions of each and every item on these catalog pages. I'm just going to be reading you the titles. So if you want to hear more about the Star Wars Cantina and the Death Star and these figures that you see here on this page, check out my other videos for the full description. 17 and 18, who didn't want an Ewok? A plush Ewok at that. Wicket and Nibbit, I think they were adorable. I thought they were adorable, I still do. I think every kid wanted these, girls or boys. 19 and 20, you've got laser weapons. They say that number 19 is a laser rifle. I'm guessing that's the Stormtrooper rifle. And then number 20, they're calling it a laser pistol. That's clearly Han's gun. But I think they're both pretty cool. I did not own either of those. If you did, let me know in the comments. Tell me your memories. Number 21 is a card game. I never had that. They look like normal cards. I'm sure there's a variety of games in there. And 22 is the Battle at Sarlacc's Pit. Just from the looks of it, I'm guessing you've got two teams and whoever's characters fall into the pit die, and the winner is the one left up there. Number 23 I can attest to personally. I had the Jedi movie storybook, and I remember really enjoying that. 24, R2-D2 and C-3PO. They have a question and answer book about computers. I think that's amusing, and I'd really like to find out what they answered back then, because computers are nowhere near what they are now. 25, you've got this 3-pack of R2-D2, C-3PO as one, Wicket, and then Admiral Akbar. It's a trap. I don't know, they're just molded vinyl figures, and they come with paintbrushes, so I guess you get to paint them, but they kind of look like the shampoos from back in the day. 26 are snapped together 4-pack. You've got your X-Wing fighter, your TIE Interceptor, the A-Wing fighter, and the B-Wing fighter, and they snap together. And then 27 is Jabba's throne room, and he comes with 28 plastic Star Wars figures. So I'm thinking this is like almost a prelude to Micro Machines. I'm not really sure, but it looks pretty interesting. Moving on. We've got pajamas, lots of pajamas. I have to tell you, as a girl, I felt really left out of this. I really wanted to wear underoos, and I really wanted pajamas. And unfortunately, they were all made for boys, and girls had to wear nightgowns, which sucked, in my opinion. But nevertheless, they've got Ewok pajamas and more Ewok pajamas. Down below, you could find some backpacks, some bags, a belt that says Return of the Jedi, the classic thermos and lunchbox for Return of the Jedi, a duffel bag, a round duffel bag. I don't know why they don't make those anymore. Those were really cool. 15 and 16, I can't quite tell what they are. I do see a cassette on 16, so I'm thinking they're also storybooks. And then 7, I think it's a 7, even though it should probably be 17. We're back to more underoos with Ewoks. Turning the page, we move on to more Star Wars Return of the Jedi stuff. You could see number 1, the kid is storing his toys in that little tote, or toter they called it. It looks like it's got some wheels on it, and he's putting his Wicket in there. Number 2 are just some waste bins from Return of the Jedi, and number 3, 4, and 5, there's your shampoo and bubble bath. That's what I thought I was looking at on the previous page, or the page before that. But right here is your shampoo and bubble bath. Number 6 and 7, these are bulletin boards, one of Jabba's palace, and one of them is just a fight scene. I don't remember ever seeing that fight scene. It's definitely someone's imagination. Unless you recognize that from any movie, I don't remember that. Number 8, you've got a mug and what appears to be like a cereal bowl. Number 9 is awesome. I had a carry-all tin like this with Pac-Man all over it. I actually still think I have it packed away somewhere. But you had to pry that lid off. I mean, you really had to get your fingers under that lid and lift that sucker up. It was really a challenge, but I still loved it. 10 through 13, these are all furniture pieces. You've got a bookcase slash toy chest for number 10. Number 11 is just a display bookcase. Number 12 is your table and chair set. How cute is that? 13, I guess you're looking at a clothes rack. And then not numbered but shown is 14 and 15. You've got a quilted pillow and a bedspread. And then number 16, you've got pinch pleated draperies. They're not numbered, but they are there. Moving on. We come into the world of Care Bears now with the Care-a-Lot playset. This is adorable. I did not own it, but I do remember it, and it folds up to look like a heart. The handle is a rainbow of sorts where you can move the sun, and also it doesn't come with, sold separately, is the Cloudmobile, which is ideal for joyriding. Man, it's hard not to read these descriptions. I really like looking through these catalogs, so I'm going to try not to read too much of the description. But anyways, if you take a look here at the next page of Care Bears, 4 through 9, they cover the plush stuffed Care Bears. Number 4 is Bedtime Bear. I actually really liked him, and I believe I owned him. Followed by number 5, Birthday Bear. Number 6 is Tenderheart Bear. I wish we could just buy these right now. Just give them to people that remember this stuff. 7 is Grumpy Bear, 8 is Cheer Bear, 9 is Friend Bear. And then you move into 10 through 19. These are your posable ones, the plastic ones, starting with 10, who is Good Luck Bear, 11, Bedtime Bear, the Sleepyhead, 12 is Cheer Bear, 13 is Grumpy Bear. I think we're overlapping into the 7 dwarves here. 14 is Funshine Bear, 15 is Friend Bear, 16 is Birthday Bear, 17 Tenderheart Bear, 18 Wish Bear, and 19 Love-a-Lot Bear. I have some friends out there who I would love to shout out to who loved the Care Bears that I think would love these. Number 20 is vinyl figurines that you paint by number. Number 21 is a lace-up yarn bear kit. They've got the Tenderheart and the Cheer Bear there. And then number 22 is miniatures of 4. It comes with Grumpy Bear, Tenderheart Bear, Good Luck Bear, and Friend Bear. And I guess you get all 4 of them. They are different from those numbers 10 through 19. Onto the land of Strawberry Shortcake. I don't know if you could tell, but I definitely was not a girly girl. I was a tomboy, still am, and the boys' toys were definitely the toys that I played with, so maybe my descriptions for Star Wars and Transformers are better than my descriptions for Strawberry Shortcake and other girl toys. Nevertheless, my mother insisted that I owned this Strawberry Shortcake, maybe because she wanted it, maybe because she wanted me to have it. I don't really want to read all the descriptions of everything, but I do want to tell you that this house, this huge, enormous piece of plastic, sold for $129.99. So that's a pretty pricey toy. Anyways, I will tell you the names of the characters. Numbers 2 through 12, these were done by Kenner too. I wasn't aware of that. I probably would have been if I was into them. But these are Strawberry and Shortcake friends, and I guess they were scented according to their names. So number 2 was Strawberry Shortcake and Custard Kitten, which must have smelled like strawberry and custard. Number 3 is Mint Tulip and Marsh Mallard. Number 4 was Angel Cake and Souffle the Skunk. I don't know how they got away with that one. Number 5 was Lime Chiffon and Parfait Parrot. Number 6 was Crepe Suzette and Eclair. Number 7, Cafe au lait and Burrito. Number 8, Butter Cookie. I think I had Butter Cookie because I am a cookie lover. Butter Cookie and Jelly Bear, who is not shown. Number 9 was Cherry Cuddler and Gooseberry. And number 10 was Almond Tea and Marzapanda. Get it? Marzapanda. I might not have been into these, but the names were definitely cute, and the smells were definitely what kept me playing with them on occasion when I'd go to a friend's house. Next page. Star Wars, you'll find here on the top of the page, Jabba the Hutt and Salacious Crumb sitting on his pedestal and all that it can do. Below that is a Sears exclusive of Jabba's Dungeon. The lower portion of the page is showing you an Imperial cruiser that holds figures, and then finally the Imperial attack base from Hoth. If you want some more details on this, check out my other video specifically about these toys and a couple of other Star Wars ones. I do the readout for all of the descriptions. Sleeping bags. Do you remember sleepovers? Who doesn't? I actually hear that kids don't do that nowadays, which is so weird to me because that was so fun. You actually save $4 when you buy 2 sleeping bags here, but they were each $21.99. Starting with number 1 on the top left and moving our way down to the bottom right, there's the Smurfs. There's also a bag for the Smurfs. There is Barbie. There's Shirt Tails. Don't know if you remember Shirt Tails Saturday morning cartoons. They were the bomb, along with the Shirt Tails bag. There's Poochie. Apparently Poochie's for girls if you remember the theme song on the commercial or the show. Care Bears with the Care Bears bag. My favorite, the Atari sleeping bag. I was still am, huge video game fan, and the Atari duffel bag, super cool. Followed by Sesame Street, and rounded up with a cat nap needed for Garfield and his bag. La 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 la. Time for the Smurf page. Number 9 in the top left, you're looking at the Smurfland Colorforms playset. Whatever happened to Colorforms? Are they still around, or do I just not know of them because I'm an adult? I hope they're still around for kids, and if they're not, is it because they were toxic? I hope not. Number 10, you have a bop bag. Those are really cool. If you remember that, you'd hit it as hard as you could and it would pop right back up to the upright position. Number 11, you've got some battery-operated bumper cars. Number 12, you have some of the Smurf figures, the vinyl figures. I think they were made by Peo. The gift-giving Smurf, Papa Smurf, Smurfette, and Brainy. Number 13 is a Smurf camera where you wind the centerpiece, I guess, to progress the film. Number 14, you have a couple of Smurf puzzles. Number 15, you've got some wind-up Smurfs, including Gargamel. Number 16 is the Viewmaster. Pretty cool. I love the Viewmaster stuff. 17 looks like more wind-up Smurfs, just a different size. They are the Smurf musicians. And then 18 through 22 are your plush Smurfs. Starting with 18 is Papa Smurf, 19 is Smurfette, 20 is Papa Smurf, 21 is regular Smurf, and 22 is another Smurfette. Garfield, America's first grumpy cat. I don't know if you remember him. I don't know how you can't. He was everywhere. If you take a look at numbers 1, 2, and 3, you've got your plush stuffed figures. I remember these and I love them a lot. Odie was actually my favorite, but that might be because I'm a dog person. If you take a look at numbers 4 through 6, they are the Garfields who want to talk to you. You pull the string and his eyes move, and I guess his mouth moves. They're not as attractive, but that's okay. Number 7, I don't know if you remember hand puppets. I loved this. I had this one. This was such a cool toy. I remember playing with it. Shout out if you do too. And then numbers 8 and 9, this is Garfield at his athletic best. I guess he's the workout Garfield and maybe the football Garfield. Oh, he's a jogger in a football. All of these were just about, $8.99, $7.99, not a lot of money, which is great. Super fun for kids who liked Garfield. Continuing with Garfield, we have a mug and a bowl for letter H. We've got 2 bulletin boards of different styles and pictures and a write-on wipe-off note board. Letter M, we have a lunchbox and a thermos, and letter N, we have 2 different styled waste bins. Or maybe that's a front and back. I'm noticing a trend here, if you remember what we saw, Return of the Jedi page a little while back. It's the same products with just a different character slapped on it. Letters P and R are different size tin boxes to keep you neat. Letter S is a bunch of pencils. Letter T is a memo board, like a desktop blotter, if you will. There's also a desk pad, and then a 96 page one-year diary. U and V are scrapbooks, 50 pages and 120 pages respectively, and W is a 14-sheet photo album. Remember photo albums? Moving on to X through Z, we have a date book, an address book, and an 80-page diary. All now our phones, but back then 3 separate items. And letter AA is a chipboard stash box for locking away your secret treasures. Moving on. Who doesn't need a pair of slippers, huh? You've got these fun slippers featuring E.T., Pac-Man, and Snoopy in numbers 1, 2, and 3. Number 4 is Garfield showing off his plush face. I remember those. Those were actually a lot of fun. 5 and 6, you've got Big Bird, Cookie Monster. These are hard choices. I like all these characters. Number 7, you've got Winnie the Pooh. Number 8 is Bert and Ernie. It would be really cool if you could get one of each. I'm sure they sold 2 of the same, but that would be really cool if 1 foot was each guy. Number 9, Blue Snoopy, Red Snoopy. Number 10, E.T. I'm not going to read the rest of those slippers because those are not as interesting, but the fun slippers are the ones I went over. Time for clocks. Let's take a look at this page with a bunch of really cool clocks from the 80s. We've got one with Strawberry Shortcake for number 19 and have a Smurfy Day for number 20. That's also the same for number 26. They're wishing you the same kind of Smurfy Day. but this one has a couple of Smurfs and seems a little more three-dimensional. I love the bells on the top of the old school clocks, the little ringer bells. It's so funny. Moving down the page a little bit, you've got a Garfield, Mickey Mouse, and Care Bear clock. I like how they incorporated Mickey's ears to be those bells. A little further down, you've got E.T. and then a wall climbing or scratching Garfield of sorts. On the right-hand side, we come to R2-D2 and C-3PO, followed by Mickey Mouse as the train conductor, I think. And then finally, we've got Big Bird and maybe Little Bird. Can't really tell who that little bird is. I don't remember that little bird. And another Sesame Street clock that is Big Bird, Oscar, Ernie, and that little bird again. Check out these characters for Christmas watches. Some of them are analog, some of them are digital. If you take a look at numbers 1 and 2, it's one of each for the Smurfs, and 3 and 4 is one of each for Strawberry Shortcake. 5 and 6 follows kind for E.T., actually 5, 6, and 7. Number 8 and 9 are video game ones. 8 is a Donkey Kong digital watch, love it. Number 9 is a Pac-Man digital watch, love it. Number 10 is a Mickey Mouse watch where his arms are the arms. It's cute. I like that one a lot. Number 11 is a Holly Hobby analog watch. Number 12 is a Care Bear, and Mr. T is number 13, the A-Team. Number 18 is Garfield sitting on the crescent moon. Number 17 looks like Return of the Jedi digital watches, one with Jabba, one with the Ewoks. And number 15 is the good old Dukes of Hazzard watch. And same with number 14, another Dukes of Hazzard, where I guess the General Lee is doing the same maneuver, only on the bottom. Next page. You know, I'm a child of the mid-70s, and so whenever I got to this part of the catalog, it never really held my interest as much as the part that had all the toys that you would play with. But I really did like this part. I found this part to be somewhat of interest, you know, maybe if I had been a little bit older or if I had worn a watch. Number 1 is pretty cool. It's a radio watch that you can connect your headphones to. Number 4 is a roulette watch. That's kind of fun. Not really sure about those details there, but it looks like it's a lot of fun. Number 2 and 3 are Q*bert and a combat game. They don't really tell you which combat game it is. Number 5 is Simon with the 4 colors in the corners. Number 6 is Frogger, and number 7 is Pac-Man. Finally, sounds like fun, personal, portable AM radios with playful touch. AM radio, mind you. This is kind of cool just to see all the different ways that radios were available, from the race car and the Porsche to the train, the Pac-Man. I remember having a phone that looked like that Pac-Man, but this is a personal radio. Number 4 is an Aichiwawa. I don't really know what that is, but it says Aichiwawa, I-A-Y. I don't know, it's kind of cute. Let me know what that is if you know. Number 6, 7, and 8 all have to do with, and 9 all have to do with foods and drinks, from Budweiser to Pepsi, a hamburger, and a hot dog. I like that they have the hand leash connected to the food items. Number 10, I guess you could listen to the radio while you're going to the bathroom. Number 11 looks like a ladybug. Number 12 is an awesome roller skate, and number 13 is just an AM sport radio. If you like this video and want to see more, make sure you catch my second episode. I have another video of the Sears Hot Holiday Catalog 1980s edition coming out soon. Hit that like button, subscribe if you would, and share it with other people that you think will make happy. Remember to do something nice for somebody today.